Hey everybody. Well, I decided that I'm going to pass on this cool 64 Barracuda to somebody who really wants to work on it because I just haven't done anything with it all winter. And so this video I'm going to try to show you, all the flaws and, 60-year-old car that's a cool driver quality car that needs the engine rebuilt. So I've already taken the labor intensive job of pulling the original 64 Barracuda engine, which ran beautifully but leaked out of the freeze plugs quite badly. As you can see, they are just piles of rust. Okay, so this engine is complete for the most part. I didn't tear into it. Here's the other freeze plugs, as you can see. So, 10 years ago, this engine was pulled and it ran fine. All right. Now, we'll go, speaking of engines, the 66 273 that I slipped into it ran great, but I neglected to put antifreeze in it, and I believe it got water in the oil. So I don't know if it's a crack in the block or what the nature of the moisture was, but the car sat like that for 10 years, always under a carport, nice dry carport, 3-sided. So, in addition to that, we have over here a box, a crate, I might say, extra Barracuda parts, which entails a fan, a good exhaust manifold for that driver's side where it snakes around the power steering box, an alternator, carburetor. This was basically all the stuff off the original engine, a couple of belts. So that's all in there. Goes with the car, along with the two engines. Okay, now back to the car. I have a beautiful 3-piece grill that I scored off of eBay. Where, I waited for the last 30 seconds and I fired off my top dollar bid of 500. I ended up scoring it for a couple $100. So, beautiful grill. I have the hood, which is just, it's in the other room. The hood's a little dull. And so now let's just look at the car. The lower valance, you can see it's got little bumps on it, as in like dented slightly, but it's not bad. No one even sees it. It's so far under the car. When I pulled the engine, I neatly set everything out of the way. The power steering pump is still hooked up to the power steering box. The carburetor is neatly placed right up here on the cowling on a rag, along with the distributor. And we got the cap, rotor, wires, alternator, brackets. Okay, everything was neatly disassembled and unplugged to make it easy for me to put the engine back in like I was gonna do, but I didn't do. Haven't got to it. All right, so now let's look at the body. So you can see the body's, it's black, it's bumpy. The body work was done by my old friend Doc. Yeah, I've got that emblem. There's a lower fender on this side. You can see there's a bumpy paint rust bubble right there. So we go down the driver's side of the car. You see there's a dent right here. I think something fell on the car. during my ownership. Not too much on this side. Here's a little paint crack. Continuing with the outside, here's the wheel, the passenger rear wheel well. I'm not seeing a whole lot of anything. No bubbles down here. Around the trim in the back. Just, you know, dirt. Here's a little rusty spot. I've got new tail lens inserts. Here's like a, anyways, you can see that. You can see across here, under the M, there's like a little bubble. O. Let's look down here. The plate does not go with the car. Excuse me. And looking around the back. And so all I can say is if you're worried about cosmetics, this is not the car for you. It really isn't. There's like a little scrape there. Passenger side lower quarter. Around the chrome trim. It's looking good. There's the L radiator. There's some, you can see that there's the paint is lifted right there. Here we've got a bubble. It's very hard. Same with right here. I never drove the car in the rain. It didn't get rained on. Rarely washed it. So I would believe that all this rust is surface type rust. Go. Front lower corner passenger door. Got some weird line right there. And that completes the tour of the outside of the car. It's a good looking car. It's like a 2020 car. 20 feet, 20 miles an hour. Got good glass. Windshield. That rubber thing doesn't go to this car. Real nice interior, very stock. It smells just like an old car should smell. It's got that good, like, it's not a Chevy smell for sure. It's like the Mopar old car smell, because it doesn't smell like an old Chevy, that's for sure. All right. So the back seat is real nice, as you could probably see in the pictures. So the upholstery has got good quality. The headliner, good. I've got the bar right there and the brackets that go on the back of this. Locks it into here when it's up. For hubcaps. Barracuda grill is in that box, along with the other trimmings. Anything I took off the car because I was going to strip it down and change my mind. It's even got cool little ashtrays back here. I would hope no one's going to smoke in the car, of course. Cool glove box. Some relics in there. Look at this little thing. Stuck there. 8-track player. It worked at one time and it might be a little finicky. Probably can't see the pedals, but they're in nice shape. That weird little suction cup kind of bumps on them, like factory bumps. Anyways, the windows roll up and down nicely. All this car needs is a fresh engine, and it's ready to hit the road again, and probably brake job, or at least look at the brakes and clean them up, inspect them, free them up, lube them a little bit. So, all you guys wondering about the car, this should answer any questions you might have. So, thanks for watching. $7,500 in case we didn't cover that. And it even comes with an extra good bubble back window. All right, thanks.